Govi Club. We're joining at a different time zone if you're in a different time. We're joining at a different time zone if you're in a different time.
And soon to be retired. Woohoo!
Just letting you know, we are live in Govi Club for your people who are joining at a different time zone. If you're in a different time zone, welcome. You'll see this maybe when you are going to bed, I'm not sure, but wherever you are in the world, drop a comment, let us know. And this is going to be a great training because everybody is asking the questions that Burke is going to talk about today. So it's 8:59. You've got about a minute left. We are recording. We're, like I said, we're also sharing to Govi Club.
One more minute. Let's get going. It's go time. So I'm just looking at the people coming in. It still amazes me, and I keep saying this, but it does still amaze me that we have people literally from all over the world. They can sit in their offices at home and literally build a global business. So it's exciting to me. It's crazy what's going on with Govi and what we're doing. Like I say, I've been in this industry for over 30 years now, 32 years. And I've never seen or experienced anything like we're experiencing with Govi. So get excited, get fired up. Like I said earlier, it's just about go time. So Rebecca, we ready to get rolling?
We are. It's 9 o'clock. Go ahead, Burke.
All right. Well, I just want to welcome you to the call. It's Saturday morning. Every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. we have a call, or we have a training call. When we talk about different subjects that come up, we talk leadership training, we talk different topics, different subjects, recruiting, compensation plan. Sometimes it's what's needed for the field. And I got hit up with the customer service guys this week on we're getting, as we are growing at the rate we're growing, we're having questions about the compensation plan. So I want to go through and literally break down the compensation plan for you step by step. So you understand exactly how it works, and not only exactly how it works, but why we have done it that way. Okay. And I want you to understand something. Every company, every compensation plan has its own nuances. It has its own way of doing things. It has its own rhythm, as Rebecca says. And I want you to understand, you've got to understand that if you want to play the game. And I'll just start out with a real quick story. So when I was in junior high, I grew up in a small town in Idaho. And we did not have all the junior basketball like in I live in Utah now. Now we have these junior jazz where kids start at 5 years old and just they're playing basketball when they can hardly walk. And I know in Canada, I was up in Edmonton a couple of years ago, and we did a meeting at it was like a rec center, hockey rink, and there were these little kids out there laying on the ice. They couldn't hardly walk, but they had their skates on and their stuff on. They're laying on their backs on their ice. I'm like, what are they doing? They're getting used to being on the ice. And then the coach would blow the whistle and they'd stand up. So if they knocked down, they'd get up. Anyway, long story short. So I was in 7th grade. I was in a small elementary school. So I graduated from elementary school into when I say small, there was 30 kids, grades, kindergarten through 6 in my elementary school. There were 5 kids, but I graduated from elementary, went to junior high. So I started junior high as a 7th grader, and I went out for the basketball team. And I'm more of a football player than a basketball player. And so I was not a real good basketball player. I was more of they would put me in when they needed to slow somebody down or something. And, I had 5 fouls. I usually used them. But what happened is the first game that I played in, they said the coach, and I was a bigger kid, so I played center and that sort of thing. And the coach said, Bert, go in there. So I went in there, and what happened we just got done with football. We did these fumble drills and that sort of thing. Well, I went in there and within like 10 seconds, the ball went up. I went for a rebound, knocked a couple people down. They called a foul on me. Like, what the heck? I got the ball. What's the deal? I'm the one with the ball. Went down to the foul, and we were in the penalty at that point. We went down to the foul line, and the guy shot it, went up for a rebound, and again, there was kind of a wrestle for the ball. They called another foul. I got the ball. There was another guy laying on the floor. I had the ball. I'm like, dude, what is the problem? I got the ball. Long story short, my very first game of basketball, I fouled out in 1 minute and 6 seconds. And the coach, everybody's laughing. The coach, and I come walking over, I'm like, what is the deal? And the coach is just laughing. He goes, dude, good job, good effort. Just sit down on the bench. You fouled out. And basically, I didn't really understand the rules of basketball. Again, it was my job. He said, go. The coach yelled from the bench, box them out, get the ball. Well, I did that. So here's what I want you to take away from this. You've got to understand the rules of the game that you're playing in order to play it effectively. They had since taught me the rules. You can't double dribble. You can't foul people. You can't run people over. I don't know why. I think I would have been a great lacrosse player. So that looked a lot more, there's a little more contact in that than basketball. So anyway, what I see happen in network marketing or this business is the vast majority of people really have no idea what they're doing. They come in, if they're looking to build a business, and I'm talking to the business builders today. So what I want to do with this training is I want to go through each part of the compensation plan, basically tell you how to do it, why to do it, and why we thought through this. This is not by accident that this has come about. One of the things that's happened in 32 years of networking, I live in the state of Utah, which is the network marketing capital of the world. I've had the opportunity to meet with presidents, owners, executive teams of probably, 75 of the top companies in the world. And I ask a simple question: why do you have the compensation plan that you have? And you know what most executives will tell you? Well, it's a proven plan. They really have no idea why they have the compensation plan they have, other than that's what some consultant told them they should do when they started the company. They've never worked it. They've never built it. They don't know the nuances of it. At some point I asked a question. I said, well, so why are you doing it this way? And they go, well, that's not how our compensation plan works. And I go, no, that's exactly how your compensation plan works. And I got up on the whiteboard and I basically drew it out for them. For instance, it takes 30 people to break even. No, it doesn't. It doesn't take that many. You draw it out for them, and they go, oh my gosh. Literally the executives are going, geez, well, that's not very good. So anyway, here's what we're going to do today. We're going to talk about, there are 7 ways to get paid with Govi, okay? And I want to talk about each way that we get paid and go through each one of those. So number 1 is a customer reward. Now, Govi is a subscription e-commerce company, okay? And so when you're looking at this, we love customers, but understand something. We are looking for subscriptions. And so the way the customer bonus works, it's pretty easy. If someone wants to buy a packet of our product, they don't want to be a subscriber, they basically buy it on a retail basis. They buy it for $35, and you make the difference between $35 and $25. If they are on a subscription, guess what? We give them a big discount. We give them a $10 discount from the retail price just to be on a subscription. Now, they can cancel the subscription at any time, but we really want them. One of the things that we're doing is we're building a subscription base, because if you go out and you talk to somebody about Govi, how would you like to get paid next month on that same person, and the next month, and the next month, and the next month? There are people now. I was one of the founding distributors of USANA back in 1992. There are people I signed up in USANA in 1992 that are still taking the product today. So the guy who bought my position from me in USANA is literally still making money from work I did over 30 years ago. That's what we're building here, folks. That's why we want subscriptions. We want a monthly subscription that people get on the product, they stay on the product. Now, one thing to understand, right now, we have one of the hottest products on the planet. We have a gas tab. Fuel prices are unbelievable. We know that we may have a window. Prices may come down. When prices come down, it may not be the hottest product on the planet. We will have other products that will be available. We'll be introducing other products. We'll have limited time offers. We are planning on that. And if you have a subscription base, I mean, let's just say you have 100 people in your group, or you have 1,000 people in your group, and we introduce a new product, guess what? Guess who makes commissions on that? So we are designed to get subscriptions, not necessarily to go out and sign up a customer, a one-time customer. We want those customers over and over and over again. So first way, that's the customer reward. The second way we get paid is the first order bonus. Okay. Now, one of the things that, again, once we're talking about first order bonuses, now you're a promoter in the business. Okay. What that means is that you are out and you're sharing it with other people. You're basically in the process of building an organization. So as a promoter, okay, one of the things that, again, the first order bonus is paid on the $100 pack only. And the reason for that is on the $25 pack and on the $50 pack, we want volume going into the tree, into the binary tree, into the Govi Life bonus, into those bonuses. And if we pay a first order bonus on those two smaller packs, number one, the first order bonus on those smaller packs is probably not big enough to even worry about. You know, on a $25 pack, I mean, you'd make like $5, no big deal. But here's the cool part on the first order bonus. When you sign someone up, again, you make 35% of the CV, which is commissionable volume. So on a 100 pack, $100 order, if there's 70 CV, you make 35%, which means you make $24.50 when you sign someone up on the $100 pack the first time. Okay. So you go out and you share the product, share the opportunity with 4 people, you've basically got your $100 back. Okay. Now, again, think about this for a second. When you sign up with your 4 people, what does that set you up to do? You've seen the yellow pad before, right? If you personally share the product, share the opportunity with 4 people, that sets you up to start. Well, 2 by 2 sets you up to start building the Govi Life bonuses, but we'll talk about that. So everyone understand that? You make 35% of the CV. CV is commissionable volume on the $100 pack, which equates to $24.50. So if we introduce other products, you will make a percentage of the CV, and you can just figure that out. Okay. So that's again, when I sign someone up, get them on the product, get their products paid for. Initially, that's how we get their products paid for, is with the first order bonuses. Okay. Then we move into the 2-team bonus, or the binary. Okay. And literally the 2-team bonus is just that. And I'll use the old yellow pad here again. What we ask you to do is basically you go out and you share the product, share the opportunity with 2 people. Okay. And you have a left side and you have a right side. All right. Now, the binary, or the 2-team bonus, is paid on a weekly basis. So our weeks go from Tuesday morning to Monday night. Okay, so on Monday night, the computer shuts down and says, okay, let's look at Tom's volume. How much volume has he done on the right side? How much volume has he done on the left side? And let's just use an easy example. Let's say that he's done 2,000 on the left and 1,000 on the right. Well, according to our compensation plan, 2,000 on the left, 1,000 on the right, what that would mean, so in the binary, you make 10 to 20% of the lesser leg depending upon your rank. Okay, so keep that in mind. As a star, you make 12%. As a star maker, you make 15%. As a rock star, you make 18%. And as a superstar, you make 20%. So in this example, if Tom has 2,000 on this side, on the right side, and 1,000 on the lesser leg, he is a star. So what's his percentage? 12%. Now this is up to 12%. I'll talk about that in a second, but it's 12%. So his check for that week on the binary portion of the compensation plan would be $120. Everybody got that? And then what happens the following day, which is Tuesday, the stronger leg of 2,000 is matched by the lesser leg and subtracted. So Tom would carry 1,000 points on his right leg over into the next week. Now that 1,000 points will be there, and it will roll into the next week, into the next week, into the next week, and it will continue to grow if volume's coming. The that's called carryover volume, that volume will be there forever as long as Tom is placing a monthly order. Okay. Now, as you rank up, you have the opportunity to make a bigger commission. As a star, you hit 12%. As a star maker, which is 2,000 on the lesser leg, and that's 2,000 points. It's not dollars, it's points. 2,000, you make, as a star maker, you make 15%. As a rock star, it's 4,000. And then as a superstar, it's 8,000. And again, it's designed that way. 1,000, what do we need to do? That's a star. To become a star maker, what do? You break a couple stars. I mean, really, it's that simple. We've designed it. I designed it that way where, look, 1,000, the next step is 2,000. All you got to do is break a couple stars underneath you. What's the next step above star maker? Rock star. Well, if it's 2,000 at star maker, rock star is 4,000. What do you need to do to become a rock star? Break a couple star makers underneath you. The next step, star maker, superstar above rock star, is literally double what the rock star is. You break a couple rock stars. It's designed, it's the power of two. All you got to do is duplicate what you just did. If you become a star, you become a star maker, you help a couple other people become stars. If you want to become a rock star and you're a star maker, all you've got to do is help a couple other people become star makers. Okay? We want to keep it as simple as that. Now understand, every portion of this compensation plan is is basically kind of in and of itself. Okay, that's the binary portion. The next part of the plan is sponsor matching bonus, or the sponsoring matching reward. Now, what that is when you sponsor someone. I mean, let's say that I go sponsor Glenn. Okay, and Glenn goes out and he starts building his binary organization. Because I'm his sponsor, I'm the one that introduced him to Govi, I make a 20% bonus on his binary check. I don't make it on his entire check, just his binary check. So let's just keep the math real simple. Let's say Glenn this week goes out and makes $1,000 in the binary portion of the compensation plan. Okay, I make a 20% bonus on that, or a 20% reward. So what does that mean? That means I make a $200 bonus on Glenn's check. Okay, Glenn makes his 1,000, but I make a bonus on Glenn's. Okay, so for those that go out and sponsor a bunch of people, these sponsoring bonuses, the binary portion of the compensation plan maxes out at $20,000 a week, and we've already had people do that. Well, if you sponsor somebody that maxes out at $20,000 a week, what's 20% of $20,000? That's a $4,000 bonus that you make just on that one person. Okay, on the personal sponsors, on your personal sponsors. On top of that, we have what's called generational check match. Okay, now generational check match, what that allows me to do is if I sponsor Glenn, I make 20% on the sponsoring check match, but generational check match, now I can make a percentage of the binary checks of people that Glenn sponsors, and they sponsor, and they sponsor, and they sponsor, and they sponsor. Now, the way this works is we make it on generations of star makers. Okay. Now, I want you to understand something. This is huge and it's powerful. A generation is much different than a level. Okay. A level is if I sponsor Glenn, Glenn sponsors Joe sponsors Bill. That means Joe's on the first level, Bill's on the second level. That's not how the generational check match works. What happens is I make 10%, I make 20% of Glenn, but then 10% of all the checks until I hit another star maker in Glenn's organization. Now, the way it works is as I become a star, I get one generation. As I become a star maker, I get 2 generations. As I become a rock star, I get 3 generations. And as I become a superstar, I get 4 generations. So understand something. Those 4 generations of superstars can mean you get paid 30, 40, 50 levels deep in the organization of binary checks, and you match everybody's checks in that entire organization. So the magic of that is, I mean, some people, if they make $20, you make 10%, so you made $2 bonus. The magic of that is it's massive. For those who want to go build a big organization, this is for the leaders. Your sponsor bonus and generational check match will double, triple, quadruple what your binary income is on mature, large organizations. So if you, let's say that you've maxed out the binary and you're making 20,000 a week just in the binary portion, your actual income for that week will be $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 for the week, just because of the generational check match. Okay. The next portion is the global bonus pool. When you're a superstar, the way that works, it's pretty simple. 2% of the entire company volume is put into a pool. That pool is basically divided up on a weekly basis. And depending on whoever's in that pool, and that's the superstars who qualified for that week, it's divided up. You know, in other companies, that's a bonus for the leaders. You know, and that can become a fairly significant bonus, 10, 20, 30,000 per year, just on that 2% bonus. And so that's the global bonus. Now, the most exciting part to me is the Govi Life Rewards bonus. Okay. And the way that, again, I'm going to show you this. This is what fixes most binaries. The biggest problem that most companies with a binary compensation plan has is that when you have a binary compensation plan, the front end, meaning getting started, it's very difficult to go and make $200, $400, $500, $1,000 in a binary compensation plan. What that means is as you're building the organization, and the reason for it is you just got to have a lot of numbers. You've got to have a lot of people in the binary portion of the plan to make $500. It's just the way the numbers work. And so with the life bonus, I mean, what that does is it cuts those numbers way, way down. And so it's pretty cool. So here's how it works. Okay. Now we have two different Govi life bonuses. We have a subscription of a $50 bonus, and we have a subscription of the $100 bonus. Okay. Or the $100 subscription. I'm sorry. So the way it works is basically, again, the first thing we ask you to do, go out, share the product, share the option with 2 people. Now this is a structure bonus. Okay. Every bonus has its kind of own requirements in order to do that. This is a structure bonus, meaning you've got to build this structure. So you personally sponsor or share the product, share the option with 2 people. If we ask you to do that, well, in turn, they do that. So now what happens is you have what's called a 2x2 bonus. Now, if all of these people are on the $100 subscription, you make $100 commission. Okay. If they're on the $50 commission, you make half of that, which is the $50 commission. As you continue to grow your organization and you personally share the product with 1 more, so now you've shared it with 3 people. Now, these aren't 3 separate people. These are your first 2 people that you sponsor. Here's the 3rd one, and you help each one of those people get 3 people. If they're on the $100 subscription, you make a $300 bonus. If they're on the $50 subscription, you make a $150 bonus. Okay. As you continue to grow the organization, now you've personally shared the product with 4 people. You help those 4 people share the product with 4 people. If they're on the $100 subscription, you make a $500 bonus. If they're on the $50 subscription, you make a $250 bonus. Now, understand a couple things. These are monthly bonuses that if these people order product on a monthly basis, you get this bonus every single month. You don't have to go out and build this every single month. You get it every single, or you don't have to go out and rebuild this. If the same people order the product, you get the same product. And not only, again, this is a bonus that you get on top of the first order bonus, on top of the 2-team reward bonus, on top of the sponsoring and matching reward. As you continue to grow the organization, you share the product, share the opportunity with 5 people, you help those 5 people get 5 people. Now that's a group of 30 people. If they're on the $100 subscription, there's a check paid out for $700. If they're on the $50 subscription, there's a check paid out for $250. So again, as we're building the organization, we can show people where with small groups, 20 to 30 people in their organization, they're making $500 to $1,000 a month. Okay, that's on the $100 subscription. Now, one of the questions is, what if one of my people, again, guys, this is a structure bonus. If one of your two of your people are on the $50 subscription, then you make half the bonus. It basically falls into the $50, or on the 4x4, like you'd make a $250 bonus, not the $500 bonus. This is a structure bonus. And again, the requirements are everybody's on $100 or everybody's on a 50. If one or two are on the 50, then it's you get half that bonus. But again, it's still one of those things where we can show people as they're starting to make money just by going out and sharing the product. Again, 2, 3, 4 people, 5 people, they're making money. So hopefully this has helped. I believe that we have one of the strongest compensation plans in the industry. You know, there are other compensation plans out there that it's, again, when we start talking about the duplication model, 20 to 30 people in your organization, you can make $500 to $1,000 a month. I mean, there's other plans out there. Gosh, in most cases, in most companies, 30 people, you're barely breaking even. With Govi, you're making $500 to $1,000 a month. I mean, so hopefully this has helped. If you have more questions, we can go through and answer those questions. But this is the basis of the Govi compensation plan. You know, I've been doing this for 32 years. And like I say, I finally feel like we have a model that is a worldwide universally acceptable model. Someone can start the business. I mean, literally, they can start the business for free. We don't have a sign-up fee, but on a $25 order, they can make over $1 million a year. So hopefully this has been helpful.
Hey, Bert, can I chime in with you today?
You what?
Can I chime in a little bit here with you?
Sure.
Thank you, Bert. Slayed it, smashed it, love it. When I want to learn how to build the binary or want to know how to maximize the binary, Bert's who I call. He is amazing at it. We will have a comp plan explainer video coming out. We're producing that so that you don't need to remember all of that. Back to what Bert was just explaining. If you can really teach people the lifestyle, the life bonuses, for most people making $500 to almost $1,000 a month, 95% of the people have never made that kind of money, and we can show them how to do that in 30 days or less. Honestly, if you will text out the videos that we're producing, 10 a day or to 300 people in a month, the odds of you getting 30 people are extremely high. I won't say guaranteed, but at least what we're seeing, the attention getting videos that are now in the back office, they're designed. There's an attention getting video. Then there's a follow-up video of me explaining why the product's safe, why it works, and how they can get started. And then it goes into your landing page. That system is $9 a month or $90 a year. It is not required. But if you're going to build the business, I haven't seen a simpler, easier system. We will have 7 more videos, 6 more videos, I think 7 or 8 in total by the end of August. So we're going to keep adding videos to that system for you to just be able to text out, get their attention, explain it, and then sign them up. You got to follow them up, sign them up. And if they're not ready to sign up at that point, then you'll put them in our Govi ad tag message groups where they're going to see tons of testimonials and sign them up. They're going to see it and go, hey, it works. Let's sign them up. From there, the reason why I would always recommend a 7-pack if you're building is because if you'll carry this in your pocket, if you will talk to anybody about the business, about the product, they're going to want it right then. So sell them one for $25 or $30 because you had some shipping costs, and do what? Sign them up. You sample the product and sign them up. I wouldn't give these away. If you want to break it down smaller, you could put single packs into little plastic baggies with the business card that you could sample. But I promise people will put this in their car. They're going to have a killer experience. Now, we do tell people 3 tanks of fuel and you really start to see the results. But most people see results in their very first experience. So my recommendation as a daily method of operation is to contact 10 people a day. That can be through sampling. If you just share people what this is, carry it with you. You'll never have it with you. You'll always run out because they're going to want it. They're going to want it right now. I told people at dinner last night, my neighbors, they're very affluent, and they're like, dude, when can we get it? I want it right now. I need it for my cars. So daily method of operation. Always have the product in your pocket so you can talk about it, you can share it, you can show it to them. If they want it, sell it to them. They're more likely to use it if they buy it. So sell it to them. Tell them it costs $25. You're going to charge them $30 because you're going to make $5 on the deal, and there was some shipping and what have you. But I would sell it to them. And then if they watch the videos, the first video is there just to be funny and get their attention. The second video is to explain, hey, it's safe. It's been in production. The technology has been used for over 40 years. Our manufacturer has never damaged a car, and they've been producing this product for over 20 years. So it's safe, it works, it's effective. Sign them up. So daily method of operation, I would contact 10 people a day. I'd either do it through the video and then the landing page. I'd do it through the ad tag message group and then a follow-up, or I would do it through sampling. But if you do 10 people a day, and 3 to 5 will be interested. 2, I'm finding 2 or 3 are going to want to sign up. You do that every day for a month. You're making about $1,000 a month. You teach 10 people to do that down your lesser leg. You're making $100,000 a year. That's amazing. So just knowing the first lifestyle bonus can make you a fortune. Okay, a couple other things. Burke shot a video that went out, that was in our Govi group, went out in an email. There were some updates. Our shipping, the supply chain right now is kind of ridiculous. We're about a month behind on some of our product. Our first order, we got part of it and we got a little bit more, and you guys are so amazing. You keep selling out. We will have 300,000 tablets, or about 60,000 packages that will hit our warehouse Wednesday. We have 5,000 packages that are being shipped Monday to the EU, and we believe we will be able to get the EU caught up. Everything will get shipped into the EU this week, maybe lead into the following week, but pretty quickly the EU will be totally caught up. By the end of this week, every order will be shipped. So I know there's a lot of people going, where's my product? Where's my product? It's coming. You guys are so amazing. I believe we have the perfect product for the perfect economy. I think we have a great back office. I believe we have a great tech team. I think our duplication model smashes anything I've seen in the industry. All that aside, you don't have a great company without great promoters, and you guys are amazing, like amazing. I believe we're going to be the biggest news in the industry. We'll put 100,000 people in this business this year and 1 million people by the end of next year. Not because Burke and I are great, because you guys are great. So we appreciate your patience. These are my recommendations. First of all, we told people shipping's being delayed. We're pushing back subscriptions. So any subscriptions that we're going to hit this week have been pushed back till later in the month. Those that bought like founders kits, there were some founders packs that went out. If you could do us a solid, do us a favor and do it like old school networkers, and find your people that are most desperate to get their hands on the product and distribute it to them. Now, when they get their product, go get yours back. Don't just give it away. But you're still very few founders kits are. Most founders kits are out. So if there's people that are missing founders kits, I'll get you some updates on that here pretty quickly. But if you could act like an old school distributor in the old days, Amway, your first title was a distributor, and that's because you received the product and you distributed the product. So those that have product, if you could share the product, keep track of who you share it with, so when they get theirs, they pay you back with their product. We'd love to get people as much product as possible right now. But by the end of this week, knock on wood, fingers crossed, every order should ship. We will have 60,000 packages available to keep up with you guys. And we've ordered another 100,000 packages that should be in our warehouses end of July. It seems like it takes a few weeks to get them in like pieces. And so beginning of August, we'll have another 100,000. And we've already bought the inventory to buy another 100,000 by the end of August. We're going to have a ton. So we'll have a ton of product with the goal of keeping up with you. I believe you're amazing enough. You might outsell that, but our goal is to just keep up with you. So if you have people that haven't received their product or they're frustrated, please give them an update. Hey, supply chain, our first orders just took longer, about a month longer than what was promised. And that's just, the world's a little crazy right now, shipping and handling and raw goods and all that. But we're doing a lot to get ahead of and have that product for everybody. We do have an event in Poland on the 22nd and 23rd of July. And as we see teams start to explode, we'll start to do events around the world. So keep it simple. What Burke just explained, do not try to explain to anybody.
Don't do it.
You should know the front piece, the lifestyle bonus, and be extremely good at teaching that. And then after they do that, then you can teach them the rest. And you can take a recording of Burke and let him teach them the rest. Or you can take our comp plan video and let the comp plan video teach them the rest. But you need to be an expert on sharing the product, sharing the videos, sharing the ad tag message groups, and then showing people how to make $500 to $1,000 a month in their first 30 days. And for most people, you know, in a lot of the world, that's a full-time income. But for anybody, man, that is just awesome. That's just awesome. I was just doing some research from when I started this company to where I am now, and the stress of just getting all the pieces together, the merchant accounts, the manufacturing, the customer service, the technology. We did in about 2 months what it usually takes companies 6 months. And so I'll show you what my hair looked like before when we started and what it looks like now. See, there you go. Full head of hair. It was a little redder than it is now. Angel Wall shared that video. That's a throwback video from a video I did a long time ago. But I am just impressed and amazed at how great you guys are. Can't wait to celebrate your success as we go build this around the world. I promise you that if you will share it, your people will want it. If you will share it, they will buy it. If you will share the videos, you share the ad tag message groups, it is the easiest. I can't keep this in my pocket because it just, everybody wants it and everybody wants to buy it. All you got to do is share it, show it to people. They're going to buy it. They're going to take it from you. They're going to beg you for it. So keep it simple, share it with more people. The products are coming. And once we get caught up, so by the end of this week, every product that's been ordered should be shipped. Once we're caught up, we've got a lot of inventory to stay ahead of you guys. Now, that doesn't mean you can't outsell us. I hope you do, but we're trying to buy ahead and plan ahead to be really 100,000 people in this deal this year. So we are really on the still pre-launch of this company, and we're still already smashing the competition. You guys are just smashing them. Your messaging, the quality, the talent, the people that you're bringing and attracting to this company have been amazing. I've just been blown away. So thank you, Burke, for the outstanding training video. Thank you all for watching on a Saturday. Go share the good news. Govi's coming. We're saving people money. The only thing better, who wants to save money on gas? Everybody. The only thing better than saving money on gas is making money when other people fill up. Who wants to make money every time the gas prices go up? That's everybody. If you will keep it that simple, you're going to sign people up. If you get into like, well, there's 7 ways to get paid. Let me show you this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. Let me show you about the organometallic testing of this and that, and the science. Blah, blah, blah. Like, it takes you 3 minutes to sell somebody into Govi. It takes you 20 minutes to talk them out of it. 3 minutes, they're in. 20 minutes later, they're out. Keep it short, keep it simple, and you're going to crush it. Thanks, guys. Have a great Saturday. And just want to make sure we got all the updates out.
Thanks, everybody. Let's go rock.